But does eHOME have fast enough heroes for it? You've got a Beastmaster and a Timbersaw. Both those cores require quite a large amount of farm before they come online for the mid game. Are they really going to be able to rush the Ancient Apparition and put EG off guard like they hope?
I think so, because if you're eHOME, what you really want to do is you want to put EG in a position where you have to defensively fire off abilities without really thinking about it too much, just to try to get cores out. And for eHOME, I think they have a lot of their comfort picks. You've got Old Chicken on this Juggernaut. Ice 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 was the original Timbersaw as far as I'm concerned. He was one of the people that was using it in the offlane most frequently when I first started seeing it.
Yeah, there's definitely some crazy offlane Ice 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 clips out there on the Timbersaw. Getting kills 1v2, 1v3 at times. Lanham is going to be our offlaner right now for eHOME as standard Beastmaster play. He's going to be starting off in the jungle with his Iron Talon much faster than even attempting to lane. Even if it is 1v1, Beastmasters will oftentimes just default to the jungle simply because he's able to do it so quickly. So Lanham's going to be attempting to pick up some extra experience by appearing in the offlane. His natural tankiness may allow him to do that just for free without getting punished by the duo of PPD's Ancient Apparition and Universe's Faceless Void.
PPD just going to keep pulling for this lane. This is the correct thing to do when you can't really do much to this Ogre. There's not a whole lot that PPD is going to want to do against this 8 armor Ogre who's got this Windlace. Might as well just let your safe lane carry passively get ahead. And that's what Universe is going to do, and they're going to prioritize this farm quite a lot. As Fear playing Axe in this lane is doing pretty okay, but Ice 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 making his move forward. He's got that Whirling Death. One more hit should do it.
Close. There it is. First blood for Fenrir. Fear. He's playing the aggressive role with Zai, trying to put some pressure on that Ice 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 Timbersaw with that first spin that Axe is able to put out, but overstays his.
Zai's getting a little bit low.
Is he going to be caught as well? They're actually going to battle it out here. Slowed down by the boar. Has another poison. It's up to 3 stacks, but doesn't look like it's going to be enough. A second kill going the way of eHOME, and Old eLeVeN just keeps on trucking, farming away through those neutrals.
That must be such a nice bonus for him. Instead of farming neutrals, he just farms Zai and EG, not off to the start that they wanted. We talked about how the laning phase had to go well for Ice 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 and the crew, and so far, eHOME are performing.
Some uncharacteristic heroes, perhaps for evil geniuses, some uncharacteristic moves, and it's resulting in some mistakes from evil geniuses here in this laning phase. Our mid lane still going all right for eHOME. Old Chicken sitting at 10-4 compared to the 12-3 of Sumail's Mirana. Pretty expected.
Yeah, this lane isn't really going to go one favor another just because the Juggernaut can't really kill the Mirana. The Mirana has some kill potential on Old Chicken, but as long as he plays with that healing ward and that Fairy Fire, he should be just fine. So it's largely going to come down to a CS contesting battle, and Sumail's rotations into the other lane are going to determine a lot for me. In this game, I think this Jug can even make his way bottom quite early. Doesn't have a lot of kill potential, but maybe they can make a move on PPD, zone out the jungle area, and start to get aggressive. We saw in the game against Newbie yesterday, EG, they dealt with that so well though.
Now, what about this Axe versus Timbersaw matchup? Surely this matchup is supposed to go in a way where Axe puts a lot of pressure on Timbersaw early, but he already gave up that early kill, and I don't think it's going to go well for here.
Oh, he took so much!
My God! That Whirling Death, and now they're slowly taking away. The Shadow Word will finish him off. A third kill for eHOME.
What? He had like 450 HP. The Fatal Bonds and the Whirling Death just immediately take him down. Fear was not expecting that. Well overrating how much he could tank.
You want to talk about lowering that threshold from the Ancient Apparition? Well, Timbersaw is able to do that so much more on those strength heroes thanks to that Whirling Death. Zai going to be pushed back once again by the double boars. Old eLeVeN is dropping lower and lower, but he's already got his Tranquil Boots thanks to Jungling and that early kill on Zai. So he's got the sustain to stick it out in this jungle, and it doesn't look like Zai's going to be able to interrupt him any further.
Yeah, nice Ice Ice. He's content to allow Fear to just farm a little bit because they're getting the kills on him, and you're just fattening him up to slaughter him later. As Fear going to go back, pop this out for himself.
And everywhere I look, Lanham, he starts going on to PPD, is going to force a rotation out of Universe, should be just fine with his extra movement speed on Bloodlust. Universe chasing him all the way back. He was even able to stop the attempted pull by PPD and threaten his life. Just enough to force out that rotation. Seems like every single lane is being won by eHOME.
This bottom lane is doing okay still in terms of CS, and this mid lane, but at the same time, you're just concerned about these random deaths. E.g., they're probably still feeling okay right now. It's still only the laning phase. We've seen how much a team can come back. But they're going to have to do some common things as they're going to have to allow PPD to try to get this fast level 6, but with Universe in this lane, I'd imagine they want to get him his 6 first, then he'll rotate out while PPD just soaks XP.
Zai, not much to do anymore. I imagine he'll have some opportunities to start Shadow Poison stacking the jungle for Axe, as it seems like their off lane isn't going to work any longer. Not now that Timbersaw is level 6 and has that chakram ready to go.
Yeah, and LonM right now, just pulling back the wave. Sumail doing a very good job of keeping up in CS and just starting to bother him a lot in this lane as Ice pushing out top as EHOME make the full rotation around.
No, the TP in Universe, he's going to show himself, thinking it's going to be okay.
He's not going to like this one.
Damage, but eLeVeN shows himself with the smoke, and now we'll get the Primal Roar onto Universe. The save from Zai. Disruption, a momentary respite, but it's not enough. Ice with the burst damage comes through, and they get a big kill on Universe's Faceless Void, who was supposed to be farming away in that safe lane and getting great CS, and now has to take a step backwards in network.
Yeah, we talked about how he wanted to rotate off the lane and try to get PPD that fast level 6, but instead EHOME are well prepared for it as they want to make him move for Zai.
Zai, again, gonna be caught, and Fear may die too.
Oh,
He's
both
actually
might
being
go down
chased
here.
away. They take so much damage from that whirling test. Sumail coming in with some reinforcements, but they've already lost the tier 1 tower and no opportunity for revenge. EHOME shutting out evil geniuses in this laning phase so far, 5-0. The arrow gonna be on point here. Old Chicken gonna be combo stunned. Can he actually live long enough to be able to get off a spin? Doesn't look like it. The stun just lasts too damn long. A second kill going the way of evil geniuses. A small windfall. EHOME, they're already planning some retribution. They've got eLeVeN and LonM.
We talked about this rotation.
Jungle. Here comes Fear. They're going to be able to catch him with a Primal Roar. LonM starts beating onto him. Fear trying to get the Cole off, but not in time. Ice cuts him down to size with another whirling death. Five-man smoke straight into Ice. They're going to lead
they're
the
going
way.
to catch him.
Fear's going to be able to get the call. The Ice Blast and the burst damage is coming. Ice dead. BKB activated. No, there's the Chrono. Universe, he's locked down 3. Now they stop the TP and Will as well. Ice, he's not going to be here for this fight. Chaotic Offering being dropped down immediately. BKB being activated by the Juggernaut. The disruption, it buys Universe a bit of time, but now eventually he goes down. The Chaotic Offering, number 2 being dropped on Fear. They take him out the left-hand side. eLeVeN, he gets hit by an ethereal blade. Dagon as well. Still not enough. Starstorm, they get him. Finally ages down. Oh my god, they've got Old Chicken as well. He has a buyback though, and here comes the second life of eLeVeN. He doesn't have a buyback just yet. Now Ice.
Everybody coming back in for me.
Another buyback with a boost to travel level 2. They're going on the Universe. He's dead. 2 minutes on the clock.
Sumail,
they need to escape with Sumail. He can't make it though. Down for 2 minutes. He's forced into a buyback as well. But it's a 4 versus 5. And Fear, he's not even inside the base. He doesn't have boots of travel for another 10 seconds. He can't get home just yet.
And they desperately need him for this hold. Everybody buying back to try to make this a fight. EHOME, both their supports still have it available. They can still buy boots of travels. And now they're going to start their siege up at top. Here behind them, though, doesn't have that buyback available.
He's got the Shadow Blade. He's looking for the
he's going to get spotted.
He managed to get 2, but already LonM has jumped forward. And now that initiation from Fear is all for naught. Sumail's in the middle of 3 heroes, but cannot put enough magic damage to push them back. 2 heroes down from Evil Geniuses, and a 3 versus 5 commences as LonM buys his way back into this game.
EG going to need a miracle healer. Sumail still has a lot of damage on his side, but EHOME just marching down. And EG might just not have the bodies to do this.
The Ice Blast is up. Now the jump forward. Old Chicken, he goes for Zai. Hoping to be able to stop that pesky disruption, but Forstaff gives him space. Daggons. Oh, he goes down. Triple Daggons. They take down Old Chicken. The Beastmaster's dead. Old Chicken still alive, though. Juggernaut is good to go. He's going to be able to take that melee Rex. Range Rex up next. Melee. Already down. Ice Blast coming in. If this range track, that's going to be Megas, and they just killed PPD.
Nobody has buyback anymore except this Warlock. EHOME going to be incredibly satisfied, but they want to keep pushing forward. They know that this Void and this Axe can't help out.
If they can catch the Mail or PPD, there's going to be another hero with no buyback. The disruption save from Zai. Can they get PPD out? He gets a force tap away, but no! The extra damage comes out from the Warlock as the Fatal Bonds eliminates him, but Zai! He almost dies. They're playing their second! Zai gets him! They hold! Mega Creeps incoming, but Evil Geniuses will stand strong for now against EHOME.
Yeah, now everybody from EG gonna start reviving soon. Faceless Void does very well against these Mega Creeps with this build. Vladimir's offering available to him, but EG, not a position you want to be in if you're an EG fan right now. Mega Creeped up.
They're going to calm things down a little bit. They know they've got Mega Creeps on their side. They can play and wait. They've got to buy back up still on Fenrir. They can afford to just wait until all these buybacks are up again. There's no reason to risk an all-in play when they're in such a great position.
I don't think that EG is going to give them that opportunity. I feel like this is EG's time to just go for it. 8 buybacks were used in that fight, 9 buybacks were used in that fight. The only person with it available is this Warlock, but if he gets his abilities off, it doesn't really matter to EG, and that's exactly what they're going for. One last hurrah as they march down this mid lane. The rest of the heroes will meet them there with their boots of travels, and EG, can they do it? Any pickoff on a core might enable them to still win this game.
The boots of travel start coming in from Evil Geniuses. The heroes swarming into mid lane. Already leading the play. Universe, he's got the Moonlight Shadow. He's got the Invis. They reveal themselves on the creeps as they push down yet another wave. They still have a tier 2 up in the bottom lane, so they can't even things out.
Here's going to come in with the healing salve. They're all in for this right now.
8 more seconds for Ice. They start going for those tier 4s. Chipping away, a glyph is up. Now the Daggons start coming in as Ice revives.
He's EG, what are they looking for?
The initiation comes out on a fear. Refresher activated by old eLeVeN. Not going to get the chance for a second Primal Roar. He's going to get blown up inside the corner sphere. He's down and out. Evil Geniuses still 5 up. But here comes Dead on these Slash. Bouncing around with the Shadow Demon. Hoping to be able to go on his eye. But an arrow! Oh my god! Samael just nailed him, but he still managed to get himself away in the back lines.
This Faceless Void though in the back.
Fenrir. He's now going to go for old chicken as well. He may be activated. And now he's going to run himself away. Universe says
these back lines.
EG might be able to do this! Evil Geniuses, they're holding! Oh my god, EHOME! They know!
Chicken going for the all-in play himself!
He's back at the Radiant space! He's already taken down one of the tier 4s, and he's trying to get PPD, but Evil Genius is cool, calm, and collected. They're holding it to defense here again.
If they kill Chicken here,
they'll be able to get up the ice box, and no! EHOME! 5 down! 1 buyback, and that's only the Warlock! It's only Mega Creeps and Warlock who could defend this! Evil Geniuses! Have they just done it?
That was a hold of a lifetime! EG, this team just does not quit! They're gonna go down this mid lane. They're gonna start with the illusions on Universe. This army by himself gonna be able to do it, and this Axe in 30 short seconds gonna be able to respawn. EHOME gonna have to hold for 90 seconds without this jug. They're starting to make their way down. Are they actually gonna be able to do this?
They're halfway through. They've crossed over the river. They're about to go high ground, but Beastmaster and Warlock are about to come back. Evil Geniuses, they can't end this game yet. They're gonna try though. They're gonna try for the boots of travel and a divine rapier.
The all-in play.
They know this is the end game scenario.
60 seconds without this jug. EHOME, can they hold? EG, confident they can't.
Spears coming up as well. The tier 4's being beaten on. It begins. The jump forward. Samael already going on his Fenrir. No chaotic offering, and the ice blast. The Dagon first. He'll take him out. EHOME. Fenrir buys back into tier 4. Oh, the throne's going down. The throne down to half HP. EHOME gets the bag. They've done it. Game 1. It's over. Evil Geniuses. The impossible comeback made possible by EG.
I can safely say I've never seen something like that. EG held out for so long. No buybacks available, but with 3 heroes and all Dagons, they managed to hold their base. So resilient throughout this entire game. 20k lead at one point for EHOME. Even Mega Creeps weren't able to do it, and they're going to walk away with game number 1.